Well, COVID-19 this year, once again, like last year, has ensured that celebrations of Ganesh Chaturthi are muted across the country. Take a look at this report on how celebrations have toned down from Mumbai to Tamil Nadu.
The 10-day Ganesh Chaturthi celebrations are underway. But this time, Bappa was welcomed with muted celebrations across India in the wake of a possible third wave of the coronavirus. Every year, Maximum City is dotted with Ganpati Pandals, but this time the Udhav government imposed strict curbs amidst the biggest festival in Mumbai. Section 144 has been imposed till September the 19th in the financial capital. Pandal visits and processions have been barred, and only 10 fully vaccinated volunteers are allowed to bring and immerse Ganpati idols. Amidst the curbs, tension between Pandal officials of Lalbaugcha Raja and Mumbai police led to a delay in the Aarti and online darshan for a few hours. The Mumbai police completely barricaded the area, which caused inconvenience to locals who had trouble even getting to their homes.
कोरोना की पार्श्वभूमि में शासन ने इस बार गणपति उत्सव के लिए कुछ निर्बंध लगाया है। उसमें खास करके मुख्य दर्शन और प्रत्यक्ष दर्शन दोनों को मनाही है। सुबह 10 लोगों की आरती और शाम को 10 लोगों की आरती के लिए परमिशन है। यहाँ कौन वीआईपी है, सेलिब्रिटी है या कॉमन आदमी है, इससे हमें कुछ लेना देना नहीं है।
There is triple layer security. This is the main Mandal area, and after 10:30 the main aarti will be done, after which the curtain will be raised. And let me tell you, this is the first time such situations we are seeing over here. No crowd, no devotees. Even the volunteers of the Mandal are not allowed this year.
Maharashtra is not alone. Other states have also imposed restrictions. Karnataka is also celebrating a curtailed Ganesh Chaturthi festival in districts where test positivity rate is less than 2%. The Bengaluru Municipal Corporation called for low-key Ganpati celebrations and reduced festivities in the city for only 3 days.
People, if they do wish to come over here, have to be completely vaccinated. They will see their certificates. Once they actually read the certificate that the person has been vaccinated, then only they'll be allowed over here. 5 to 10 people, only 5 to 10 people will be allowed inside.
Andhra Pradesh has also barred people from setting up pandals and organizing immersion processions. Following Andhra's footsteps, the Tamil Nadu government issued similar orders and banned Ganesh Puja celebrations in public. The Yogi government in UP has also imposed many curbs on Ganpati celebrations.
No big event is happening in Lucknow, and people have been asked to celebrate Ganesh Chaturthi within their homes. Even the committees and all those societies who used to organize such events on a large scale this time are not organizing any such public event.
With strict restrictions in place amidst the fear of a possible third wave, Ganesh Chaturthi is being celebrated with less vigor and less fervor. But there is no dent in the zeal or enthusiasm in Bappa's devotees. Bureau Report, India Today.
Well, let's now take a look at the kind of restrictions that are placed, at least in the city of Mumbai, when it comes to Ganesh Chaturthi celebrations. The prohibitory orders imposed till the 19th of September. Apart from that, the other restrictions that have been put in place are as follows. No pandal visits are permitted for people. So the general people, public, can't really be going to flocking to pandals in the city. All Ganesha processions have been banned as of now. Fully vaccinated are going to be allowed to volunteer when it comes to taking part in some celebrations. And also 10 volunteers will be allowed to bring or immerse idols. And also the option of immersion in artificial ponds, that is something also that has to be looked at. That's one of the restrictions also. All right, let's go across straight to Pankaj, who's getting us more details on that story. Pankaj, the festival this time around, the festivities, the kind of celebrations, extremely subdued. It's obvious that the people will be a little upset. It's going to dampen the spirits a little. Just tell us, what are the people of Mumbai city saying? Is this what they think is best for them right now?
So Sneha, obviously Mumbai is not seeing the enthusiasm during the Ganesh Chaturthi, as it's known for, and we used to see before the COVID pandemic. Strict restrictions are in place at all the pandals. Section 144 has been imposed. Not just the Mumbai police and the state government, but the pandal organizers have themselves put out the notice and have requested the people that online darshan facility has been made available, and hence they need not come to the pandals for darshan. The pandal darshans have been prohibited. Right now I am at the famous Lalbaugcha Raja, one of the most famous Lalbaug mandals in Mumbai. And here at the very entrance gate, you can see the kind of barricading that has been done, the heavy presence of the Mumbai police personnel, and the big board right at the entrance by the Mumbai police saying that section 144 has been imposed and that online facility, darshan facility has been made available, and that people need not visit this area. In the initial hours in the morning, we saw there was a lot of strong protests by the market people here, and they requested the Mumbai police that they be allowed to open the shop. So after that, permission has been given to the shopkeepers here to open their shops, but the Mumbai police has strictly said that the shop owner plus one help will be allowed and not more than that, and if people are found flouting the rules, then action will be taken against them. The main road where I'm standing here at the Lalbaug region, used to be filled with thousands and thousands of devotees, but this time around, of course, Mumbai is not seeing that sort of enthusiasm, of course. But opinions are, of course, divided, as you were asking, Sneha. There is a considerable lot which is upset, saying that now that the COVID numbers are in control, that the permission should have been given. But then the other half as well, which realizes that perhaps many experts are saying this is imminent, this is the right decision.
Pankaj, thanks for getting us up to speed with all of those developments. All right, let's now take a look at Ganpati celebrations across the country in different states and the kind of restrictions that there are in different states in the country. In Andhra Pradesh, we have Pandal's immersion processions that have been barred completely. In Karnataka, there are celebrations in areas with less than 2% positivity rate. In Bengaluru, the maximum idol can be just 4 feet tall, and that can be put up in public, not more than that. Only one idol in a ward for public. In Tamil Nadu, celebrations in public places have been completely banned. In Uttar Pradesh, the government has advised people to celebrate only at home. So no public celebrations in the state of UP. Expect these restrictions to be in place for a longer time now, given that the infection is not going anywhere. Celebrations were similar even last year. Now, talking about COVID-19, we're shifting focus briefly to get you the special ground report from the interiors of UP, where on the basis of a survey also it was found that rural children have borne the maximum brunt of being out of school because of the pandemic. In spite of schools opening, they are still not going back to school. Here's why. The girls do the housework. Boys mostly laze around. Little ones accompany their parents to dangerous construction sites. These are children robbed of a normal childhood because of the pandemic. Unlike those of their age in urban India, these children have zero access to any form of education. India Today traveled to the interiors of UP, to villages in Uttar Pradesh like Lakhs and Kasna to see how children were coping without schooling. 7-year-old Kajal helps her mother in household chores. She doesn't know when she is going to be back in school. It is the same story with other kids in this village.
किस क्लास में जाते थे बेटा?
फर्स्ट.
कितने दिन से स्कूल नहीं गए?
बोला.
क्या करते हो बेटा घर पे दिन भर?
A survey on the impact of the pandemic on education of children has revealed alarming data. The survey showed that in rural India, 37% of students were not studying at all. This against 19% in urban India. Only 8% were studying online regularly. As many as 48% of the rural children surveyed were not even able to read more than a few words.
पिछले 2 साल में बच्चों ने जो सीखा वो भूल गए.
सब भूल गए अब तो हमारा ही डोल रहेंगे क्या पढ़ रहे हैं.
Now, even the schools in UP, in Uttar Pradesh, have started to open up gradually, even for children as old as these. The families of all of these children are not very hopeful that they will be in a position to send back the children to schools, given the kind of economic hardships they've had to bear for the last few months or so. Things look extremely difficult at this point in time when it comes to education for all of these children. Joblessness has forced many families to migrate with their children. Krishna, who has travelled with his mother from Panna in Madhya Pradesh to UP, has been out of school for almost 2 years. His mother doesn't even know if she is going to be able to send him back to school ever again.
खेलते कूदते क्या करते हैं जब स्कूल नहीं लगती तो कहाँ जाएं बच्चे.
सरकार ये कहती है कि डिजिटल इंडिया है, मोबाइल फोन में पढ़ाई हो जाएगी.
और जैसे मोबाइल नंबर है जिसके तो जाएगा, हमारे ना तो कहीं में पढ़ाई होएगा.
It is not that these parents don't want to send their children back to school. They, in fact, are not even worried about COVID infection. The survey also says that 97% of families in rural India want to send their children back to schools.
हमको तो लगता कि स्कूल कब खोले, हमारे बच्चा कब स्कूल जाए. हमको साथ में क्या लाइट डोलने में फायदा है पे.
The survey has also revealed a stark digital divide. Only 51% of rural households surveyed had a smartphone. Even in homes with a smartphone, only 31% of children were studying online regularly in urban areas and 15% in rural areas.
कृष्णा, क्या कोरोना वायरस के कारण जब से बीमारी आई है तब से स्कूल नहीं गया?
हाँ, पिछले साल से नहीं लगा.
कुछ ऐसे कई सारे लोग हैं जो कि बच्चे को मोबाइल फोन में दिखा के क्लास करवा देते हैं.
अच्छा,
आपके साथ ऐसा कुछ हुआ?
ना, हमारे वहाँ कुछ नहीं हुआ.
As schools open up, the challenge before governments is huge. They not only must ensure safe surroundings but also enable poorer families get back to their feet and be able to send their children back to school. From the interiors of Uttar Pradesh, Sneha Mordani for India Today. Welcome back. This report is from the United States of America, where President Joseph Biden has asked for compulsory vaccination for all federal employees and has also asked officers to ensure that there is regular testing and compulsory vaccination for all of these people to then return to office. He's taking on anti-vaxxers in the country. Take a look.
This is a pandemic of the unvaccinated. This is totally unacceptable.
Taking direct aim at vaccine resistance in America, U.S. President Joe Biden on Thursday announced sweeping new initiatives, including requiring all federal employees to get vaccinated against COVID-19 and ordering the U.S. Department of Labor to require that businesses with more than 100 employees have their workers vaccinated or tested weekly. The new measures cover about 2/3 of all U.S. employees and are part of Biden's most aggressive steps yet to prod unvaccinated Americans to get the shots.
The bottom line, we're going to protect vaccinated workers from unvaccinated coworkers. My message to unvaccinated Americans is this: what more is there to wait for? What more do you need to see? We've been patient, but our patience is wearing thin, and your refusal has cost all of us. So please do the right thing.
The recent surge in cases from the fast-spreading Delta variant has posed increased risk not only to the country, but to a president who ran on promises to get control over the virus and who earlier this year said the country was, quote, closer than ever to declaring our independence from the pandemic. Despite a full-throttle campaign by the Biden administration urging all eligible Americans to get the free vaccines, just over 53% of Americans are fully vaccinated, according to the CDC.
But just don't take it from me. Listen to the voices of unvaccinated Americans who are lying in hospital beds, taking their final breath saying, if only I'd gotten vaccinated. If only. It's a tragedy. Please don't let it become yours.
Under Biden's plan, the administration will also require vaccinations for more than 17 million healthcare workers at hospitals and other institutions, and seeks to ramp up testing capacity for the virus. Biden will use his authority under the Defense Production Act to spur industry to accelerate the production of tests and order big retailers, including Walmart, Amazon, and Kroger, to sell the tests at cost to make them more affordable. But the plan is likely to face legal challenges and was immediately disparaged by Biden's Republican opposition. It could be months before the mandate's impact is felt.